Hey y'all, gather round. 'Cause I've got a story that'll hit you right in the feels, a tale of loyalty, betrayal, and a twist so wild it'll leave your jaw on the floor. Picture this, an old man, let's call him Henry Thompson, sitting in his big OL mansion in the heart of Atlanta, surrounded by fancy cars, sprawling estates, and a business empire he built from the ground up. Henry's got it all: money, power, a family of 5, but he's getting older, weaker, and one quiet evening, staring at a faded family photo, a question starts gnawing at him. Who in this house actually loves me? Not my bank account. Who's going to be there when I'm frail, helpless, and can't sign no more checks? So, Henry, sharp as ever despite his years, hatches a plan, a risky, brilliant, kind of messed up plan. He calls in his lawyer, Tom Grayson, and his doc, Dr. Ellis, to his study, sits him down, and says, real soft like, I'm going to fake being sick real sick, like I'm on my last legs. I want to see who steps up, who cares, and who's just waiting for me to kick the bucket so they can carve up my fortune. Tom, cool as a cucumber, nods and says, smart move, Henry, but let's hide half your wealth in a secret account, keep the vultures from sniffing it out. Dr. Ellis chimes in, I'll sell it to the family. Say you've got lung cancer, 6 months tops. Henry grins, that sly old fox, and the game's on. Next morning, Henry starts the act coughing like he's hacking up a lung, barely dragging himself out of bed, looking like death warmed over. His wife, Lorraine, and their kids, Marcus, the eldest, always strutting like he's king. Ethan, the middle son with a chip on his shoulder. Vanessa, the fashion-obsessed daughter. And little Sophie, the quiet youngest. They all swarm around at first, all worried faces and, oh, Daddy, you okay? Dr. Ellis shows up, puts on his best funeral voice, and drops the bomb in front of everyone. I'm sorry, folks. Henry's got cancer stage 4, maybe 6 months left. Gasps all around. Sophie's bawling. No, Daddy, don't leave me. Marcus and Ethan look like they've been punched in the gut. Lorraine clutches her pearls and sinks into a chair, all dramatic. For a week, it's all love and attention, trays of soup, sweet words, family hovering like they're in a Hallmark movie. But then, cracks start showing, fast. Lorraine stops coming to Henry's room, muttering, it's too hard to see him like this, it breaks me. Marcus, smelling opportunity, slides into Henry's CEO chair at the company, starts throwing lavish parties, buying sports cars, and firing loyal staff who've been with Henry for decades. Ethan, not to be outdone, quietly sells off one of Henry's prized downtown properties, a boutique hotel called the Sapphire Star, and pockets the cash, thinking nobody's watching. Vanessa? She's blowing through Daddy's money on designer bags and custom jewelry, like it's Black Friday every day. And Sophie? She's the only one still there, wiping Henry's brow, spoon-feeding him oatmeal, singing old jazz tunes to keep his spirits up, sleeping on a cot by his bed. I'm not going anywhere, Daddy, she whispers, tears in her eyes. And Henry, lying there pretending, feels his heart crack a little, not from sickness, but from what he's seeing. Things get uglier. Marcus and Ethan start brawling over who gets what, fists flying in the company boardroom while employees whisper in shock. Vanessa's screaming at Ethan for selling her hotel like she had dibs on it. Lorraine, meanwhile, takes coping to a whole new level. She starts sneaking off with a slick gym trainer named Kyle, half her age, meeting him in ritzy hotels across town. One night, Sophie catches them in the guest house, tangled up and giggling like teenagers. Mom, Sophie yells, voice breaking. Dad's upstairs, fighting for his life, and you're out here with this guy? Lorraine just shrugs, cold as ice. I'm lonely, Sophie. What do you expect me to do, waste away with him? Sophie storms off, sobbing, and decides enough's enough. She's taking Henry out of this snake pit. So, Sophie packs a bag, loads Henry into a car, and drives him 3 hours to their family's old hometown, a sleepy little place called Willow Creek. Word spreads fast. Old man Thompson's sick, he's back. The whole town shows up, aunts, uncles, cousins, even the local barber bringing homemade pies, bottles of moonshine, and old-school remedies. They crowd around Henry's bedside, praying, reminiscing about how he funded the town's library, helped folks pay off their farms. An old herbalist, Miss Clara, takes one look at Henry and says, you don't look as sick as they say, old man. Alone with her, Henry spills the truth. I ain't sick, Clara. It's a test to see who loves me for me, not my money. Clara nods, eyes twinkling. You're a wise one, Henry. And that girl of yours, Sophie? She's gold. Back in Atlanta, the family's tearing itself apart. Marcus's big plan of flashy new clothing line tanks hard, bleeding the company dry. Ethan's out here trying to sell another of Henry's properties, a lakeside cabin, while Lorraine's parading Kyle around the mansion like he's the new man of the house. Sophie's had it. She brings Henry back to the city, and when he steps out of the car, strong, upright, no cough, no limp, the family's floored. Vanessa drops her phone. Ethan rips off his headphones. Marcus spills his wine, and Lorraine? She grabs the wall like she's seen a ghost. Darling, she stammers. Henry just walks past, straight to his old bedroom, Sophie by his side, and says, "Good afternoon." That night, Henry calls a meeting. The living room's tense, air thick as molasses. He stands tall, no trace of weakness, and lays it all bare. I was never sick. No cancer, no nothing. It was a test to see who'd stick by me when I had nothing left to give. He pulls out a tablet, hits play, and there it is, CCTV footage of every betrayal. Marcus's parties, Ethan's shady deals, Vanessa's shopping sprees, Lorraine and Kyle's late-night rendezvous. The room's dead silent. You showed me who you are, Henry says, voice low but sharp. Marcus, you trashed my company, fired my loyal people. Ethan, you sold my hotel, my land, like they were yard sale junk. Vanessa, you couldn't even pretend to care. And Lorraine, he pauses, eyes cold. You brought another man into my home while I lay dying. You're out 24 hours to pack. Then he turns to Sophie, softens. You, my girl, you never left me. You fed me, held my hand, moved me to Willow Creek to save me. Everything I've got left, the houses, the business, the accounts, it's yours. The family gasps, but Henry's done. Sophie's CEO effective now. Marcus, Ethan, you're out of the company. Vanessa, prove yourself or get nothing. Lorraine, don't let the door hit you on the way out. A year later, Sophie's running the show like a pro. The company's back on top, profits soaring, old staff rehired, calling her Miss Sophie the Wise. Henry watches from his office, proud, at peace. Marcus and Ethan are scraping by, starting over. Vanessa's trying to make amends, but it's a long road. Lorraine? Vanished, probably off with Kyle somewhere. Sophie, though, she's shining proof that love, real love, shows up when the chips are down. So what do y'all think? Was Henry too harsh, or did they get what they deserved? Ever seen a family turn on each other like this over money? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. And if this hit home, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. You don't want to miss the next story. Catch you later.